For 9 years, Edge believed his career was over. Doctors told him one wrong bump could end his life. Or worse. He didn't retire on his terms. He didn't get a final match. He didn't get a goodbye run. And then, in 2020, he did the impossible. He came back, he wrestled main events, he won championships, and just 3 years later, he walked away from WWE, by choice, to start over somewhere else. So what actually happened to Edge after the comeback? Long before that return, Edge was already a Hall of Fame career in motion. He wasn't just successful, he was inevitable. From ladder matches to TLC wars to world championships, Edge built his legacy by doing whatever it took to win. He became the ultimate opportunist, a character defined. Main events followed, and by his late 30s, Edge had already accomplished what most wrestlers never reach in an entire career. And then, it stopped. In 2011, Edge was forced to do something he never wanted to do. He retired. Not because he was finished, not because the crowd stopped caring, but because doctors told him his neck could no longer handle professional wrestling. One bad landing could mean paralysis. Or worse. There was no farewell tour, no slow winding down. One day, Edge was a world champion, and the next. His career was over. For nearly a decade, Edge stayed retired, watching the business move on without him. When Edge returned in 2020, it didn't feel real. The Royal Rumble reaction said everything. Fans didn't just cheer, they erupted. Against every expectation, Edge was back in a wrestling ring. He wrestled main events. He competed at WrestleMania. He proved he could still go at the highest level. For many fans, this already felt like a perfect ending. Edge had beaten the odds. He had rewritten his story. And that's why what happened next surprised so many people. After the comeback, something quietly changed. Edge wasn't chasing championships anymore. He wasn't trying to relive the past. He was running out of time. And he knew it. In WWE, the list of new opponents was shrinking. Creative direction was increasingly limited. And Edge had already proven everything he needed to prove. This wasn't about anger. It wasn't about betrayal. Edge didn't leave WWE because he hated it. He left because he had already done everything there was to do, and he wanted to do something different before the clock ran out. In 2023, Edge appeared somewhere few expected him to be. All Elite Wrestling. Now competing under his real name, Adam Copeland. This wasn't a nostalgia act. It wasn't a victory lap. It was a second career. AEW offered something WWE no longer could. Fresh matchups, creative freedom, and the chance to wrestle on his own terms, not to add to a legacy, but to finish it properly. Since arriving in AEW, Edge hasn't chased nonstop championships. Instead, he's focused on meaningful matches, meaningful rivalries, wrestling styles he was never allowed to explore before. By January 2026, Edge's AEW run isn't about headlines. It's about control, choosing opponents, choosing moments, choosing how his story unfolds. For the first time since his forced retirement, Edge isn't fighting time anymore. He's working with it. Edge didn't disappear. He survived retirement. He survived the comeback. And now, for the first time in his career, he's finishing his story exactly the way he wants to.